About 7 years ago, we met in Tennessee, Nashville. She was a bartender there, and I was working construction. Well, still am, but that's how we met at the bar. I was a regular, and things were great at first. We hit it off and got married very quickly. A few months in, we got married, and things were going really well. And after the marriage, things started to go downhill from there.
After the marriage, or during the end, towards the end?
Soon after we got married.
Okay, so soon after you got married, things took a turn for the worse.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so, Ms. Garth, do you agree with that testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you got married and everything was fine?
Yeah.
What made things start turning around for the worse?
He started getting jealous. He started trying to control my behaviors. He didn't want me going into work anymore because I was a bartender. And he said, oh, you're going to flirt with all the men there. He was just afraid that I was going to leave him all the time, that I was embarrassing him with my behavior because I was trying to be, kind at the bar. And anything I did, he had a problem with.
And you were a bartender when you met?
I was. Yeah.
How did you all meet? You went up and ordered a drink and that's how you met her?
I was a regular at the time at the bar.
So why is it when you got married, her career started to bother you so much?
I saw the way she was with everyone. She's very flirtatious, and it was appealing to me in the beginning, and then it grew old very quickly.
So when it was directed at you, you liked it, when she was friendly and nice to you?
Yes.
But then when you married her and her job kind of, look, when you're in a service profession, there is that fine line where you're being kind and maybe even flirtatious, some people would say,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
And only you know usually whether you're crossing the line or not, because on the other side of the counter is a drunk person that probably don't know what you're doing and's got in their own mind, right? So were you having a problem that your wife was consistently in that situation? I'm trying to understand why this marriage goes wrong.
Well, she did cross the line.
Okay. What happened? Uh-oh. See, is it just me, gallery, or she was just testifying like he was crazy? He was hallucinating. However, what happened?
It was not until after he started to treat me like that I did participate in an affair.
You participated?
I had an affair, Your Honor. It is true, yes.
Did you have an affair with someone you met at the bar?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. All right. And was it someone that was another regular customer or just somebody that came in and have a drink? Inquiring minds want to know. Mr. Wallace is wanting to know the details.
He came in to have a drink, and then he became a regular customer.
And then you had an affair?
Yes.
How did your husband at the time, Mr. Wallace, find out about it?
He found out a couple years later, actually, after our son had been born.
Oh, boy. Okay. So...
And I was not having an affair at that time.
That the baby was born?
Yes. Or when he found out.
Okay. So you find out you're pregnant. Mm-hmm. At the time you find out you're pregnant, does your husband know anything about the affair, or that all came out later?
He did not. It all came out later.
And so when you find out you're pregnant, you say, honey, we're having a baby, and there's happiness and joy. Mm-hmm. Were you happy about it when you first heard about it, Mr. Wallace?
Of the affair, Your Honor?
No, having the baby.
Yes, I was very happy to have a baby in the beginning. Yes.
And so you all came together and did all of the baby things, and everything was exciting and wonderful.
For a few months, yes.
For a few months. Then what happened?
He started to resent our child for taking me away from him. That's what he said. That's what he would come home after construction, and he would want me to have dinner on the table. He would want me to go out with him, but I had to take care of our child, and he would just get angry and snap at me, and then that just became an everyday thing.
Because she accepted child support even though she had an affair and knew there was a strong possibility that the kid might not be his. And that is not just one minor detail, folks. That's oops, I forgot the milk. That's oops, I don't know who might be the father and I cheated on you. Now she said that she had an affair because he was just the jealous type and wanted her to stop working as a bartender. And then what did she do? She has an affair with the customer at the bar. Sometimes you just know, I guess. And that's like saying he did not trust me around sharks, so I went swimming with one. And of course, she gets pregnant by claim that the affair was over by the time and that she was pregnant. And I'm like, okay, timelines matter. And because if there is a bit of overlap, we're not doing guesswork when it comes to child support. And honestly, I don't blame him for asking questions about this. If there was an affair in the same season as conception, DNA should clock in before Venmo and child support checks too. Now, if he is the father, then of course he has to pay up. But if she knew that there was a real doubt and still collected money like it was a granted thing, that's wrong. And this really is not about him being jealous. This is about him being honest and her also being honest, and that we need the truth. So in my opinion, I think that she is wrong for, saying no feed for need for DNA test. That shows that there is a chance that maybe she knows that this is not going to work out and she does not have the money and she does not want to pay it back. But if in fact that the father has 100%, he should get money back. What do you guys think about
So
it?
what happened, Mr. Wallace? You wanted your wife to still be in position to give you the type of love and nurturing. You were having trouble sharing her time with the newborn baby. And listen, this is not something that is uncommon. This happens in marriages and relationships.
Yes, ma'am. As it happens, a baby takes up a lot of your time. I understand that. I understand I might lean towards being aggravated easily, but she didn't make it very easy on me. I would work all day, long hours, and come home and not knowing what she's doing with her free time. Well, we know now, but yeah, I mean, I was right to not know what was going
what I
on.
was doing with my free time. I was taking care of our child, and I was also
you were
working
free all the
long
time.
hours. When
Yeah.
have you
So
ever
wait-
changed a diaper?
Yeah.
Not one.
For sure.
You don't change diapers either?
I've changed a couple of diapers.
Sure he has.
So a baby might get the diaper changed 5-6 times in one day. So a couple total, or you did a couple per day?
Well, ma'am, I was busy at work most of the day, and I would get home and...
There's always the night.
Yes.
So you were basically taking care of the baby
Full time, yes.
full time.
Yes.
Okay, so how long was it until you started having the affair?
I had an affair before the baby was born.
Oh, so the affair was before,
Mm-hmm.
then the baby was born. Okay, makes sense. Did you have an affair after that too?
No.
So when you said he was treating you mean, that wasn't just during when the baby was born, it was also a reflection of what he was doing early in the marriage when he was mad at you for bartending.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I thought the baby would change that. I was mistaken.
yeah, that's one thing we learned, is that babies don't change anything.
It does not matter whether or not he changed diapers, at night or whatever. The fact of the matter is that this case is about he spent thousands of dollars after finding out now that there is an affair and claims that this kid might not be his. And that is what this case is about, because at the end of the day, if the child is not his, it does not matter how many diapers he changed or not, because she is still gonna owe him the money. So I don't quite understand why we even had to dive into this, as if it is irrelevant to the case. Now, of course, he is the father and he is only changing the diaper once or twice. Dad's out there. You gotta stop that behavior, because that's a problem. You gotta step up. It's not that big of deal. Diaper changes take no time. But in this situation, I find it really interesting that she claims that, well, it's not a big deal. Why is he asking the question? Just do the DNA test, because the truth is the thing that we all need here. They just celebrate whatever is going on.
They just exasperate whatever is going on, that usually multiplies. All right, so get me to the point where you decided to tell him that it may not be his child.
I didn't tell him, Your Honor. He found out.
How?
A coworker of mine we got in an argument because she wanted to take shifts and she didn't like me very much, so she decided to tell him years later.
Wait a minute, she wanted to take a shift, so she decided to tell.
It was a long time of me taking her shifts. I got a promotion at the bar that she wanted, and she just had it out for me, honestly.
And how did she even know? Because she saw you with the guy at the bar?
Yeah, we were friends. We were friends.
Oh, so this was a person that was a friend?
Yeah.
You thought was a friend?
I thought.
And so what happened, Mr. Wallace? This person just pulls you over, you're at the bar, or she texts you? How did you find this out?
Yes, ma'am. She texted me and let me know what was going on. And then when I confronted her about it, she didn't deny it. And I was disgusted and confirmed all my fears. of what I knew what was going on. She tried to act like there was nothing going on, and obviously there was. And then
Most
we
of the
soon
time
after
there
filed
wasn't.
out to divorce. Filed for divorce soon after.
So you filed for divorce.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you are suing for $18,000, you say, in child support that you've paid.
Yes.
So after the divorce, you're now paying child support for the child.
Yes,
Are you on the child's birth certificate?
I am.
Okay. So you know that makes you the legal father.
Right.
Okay. And so you get a divorce, you're paying your support, and then how do you get to the point where you arrive here? Why couldn't you all resolve this at home?
Well, I later found out through some digging of my own what the man that she had an affair with and is back together with, what he looks like. And he looks a lot like my son, who I thought was my son, and now,
He is your son.
yeah, it doesn't look like me
Do
at
you
all.
have pictures?
I do, ma'am. I have
Let me
all
see
the
them,
evidence
please.
here.
Thank you.
Such a handsome little guy.
Thank you.
How old is he?
4.
So now the guy you were having the affair with, you're in a relationship with.
Yes, I am.
Are you all married?
Not yet.
Okay, well, I see the curls.
I also had curly hair as a kid.
You see me in
I
there?
knew you'd say that.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just say that this looks like he might be the father. And I mean, are we really silly here? If I was the dude, I would also be like, this guy is not mine. Clearly, this kid is with this dude. I mean, like, plus the thing that's weird about this is that this guy is with her. Like, she is now dating him. So he is basically the father. So why bother having this guy? Like, let him go. I mean, like, I feel like that's an injustice right there. So in my opinion, clearly this dude is the father. We don't even need DNA test results. I mean, come on. I find it strange that if you are gonna have an affair with somebody and you might actually get pregnant from them, you get a divorce case because you got caught. You had this child. You make your other man pay the child support. Meanwhile, this is happening right here. Like, this is the father. I guys, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. Do you agree with me on this, or do you think that there is still a chance that we need the DNA?
And so every month you've been paying $1,500
Yes, ma'am.
in child support.
Sure have.
And then you find out at the bar she's had an affair. Now you realize she's with the guy. So after all of this paying, you feel like she defrauded you and knew the whole time that this other guy was the father.
That's exactly right.
So let me ask you this, Ms. Garth. Why is it that you didn't think that there was a question of paternity?
This is embarrassing and very personal to admit that you bring me to court to have to say this, but when he was conceived, I was having unprotected sex with Bradley, and I was having protected sex along with taking the pill with Dylan.
Well, you had to have been sleeping with them both around the
was.
same time.
I was,
And you knew that.
yes.
Did you always know there was a question of paternity? Did you
I never
always
questioned it.
How did you not question it when you were sleeping with both of them at the same time?
Because I have been having I've been having protected sex for years. I've never gotten pregnant. And then we have unprotected sex and I get pregnant.
So you had been having unprotected sex with your husband for
Yes.
all those years you never got pregnant.
No, well, we had been having protected sex, and then when we decided to try to have a child, we started having unprotected sex.
And you didn't get pregnant.
I got pregnant when we started having unprotected sex.
But that's by the other guy.
No, I had protected sex with the other guy.
So in your mind, my husband is the father.
Yes.
Because we were trying.
Yes,
And you believe in your heart that he is the father.
I do.
I'm confused. I really am. I mean, one thing's for sure, there is a question of paternity. That's why I always say, I have said this for years, that the woman can lie, the man can lie. Plaintiffs can lie, defendants can lie, but the only thing that doesn't lie is this DNA. And that's exactly why this court had you submit to DNA testing. And the most important thing is this beautiful little boy right here. How old is he now?
4.
4 years old. Really doesn't know who his biological father is because his mother doesn't know. Are you ready for the results?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything either of you would like to say before I read them?
Just that he's willing to throw away his son because he's mad at me.
All right. In the case of the child born to Miss Jenny Garth, It has been determined by this court, Mr. Wallace, you are not the father.
I mean, we are surprised, guys. Like, we were all going to sit here and think this gonna be the father after seeing those two people together and they looked identical to each other. I mean, like, let's just be real here, folks. We are not surprised by this. She's gonna have to pay up. It does not matter how many diapers change he did. It does not matter that he was, the jealous type, whatever. You cheated, you got pregnant, now you are with that man. After your divorce, now he has to pay up and he's the one that has to get the money back, because you can't just call this out and be like, I promise you he is the father. I mean, like, condoms don't work sometimes. Hate to break it to you. So I saw this coming. Did you guys this coming?
You're not the father. And I can see the tears in your eyes and yours as well, Ms. Garth. This is what paternity secrets do. This is what happens when you have paternity secrets. And as we move through life and find, as I always say, comfort under the covers, we end up with confusion that casts doubts on the paternity of our children. And that does not feel good. And now somebody's got to tell this beautiful child that Mr. Wallace is not his biological father. So her fiance or new man is the biological father, maybe, because we didn't determine that yet either. Okay. A lot of customers at the bar, and I'm not putting that on you, but I'm just saying.
You are putting that on me.
No,
Actually,
I'm not putting
yes,
that on
you
you.
are.
I'm
You're
just
putting
saying.
all of this on me.
You know,
you are. I'm the bad guy here. He can sit here and emotionally abuse me for years, and I have to be the bad guy. Do you think that I wanted this, and now you're trying to make a fool out of me?
You know what, Miss Garth? I would feel sorry for you, except for the fact that
I know.
you
No one
did
feels
know
sorry for me.
this.
I get it.
You did know this. And what
I did not
and
know
I won't
this.
take it personally
You think that I would
because
put my
hold
son
on, let's
through
get some
that?
order now. Let's get some order. Because what you not gonna do to me is what you say he did to you. And I'm following what the law says. You the legal father, you're gonna owe that child support anyway, because you are the man she was married to. So with that said, your petition is denied. Judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is denied.
Do you have any final thoughts with each other?
No, I don't want to look at him.
I was right.
Please gather your things and follow me this way.
You cannot begin to tell me that his case is denied. I mean, the judge is completely wrong in this one. He was deceived. Whether or they were married or not, that's not his kid. The legal father is the one that needs to be on the birth certificate. It does not matter that he signed it. He signed it with thought that is going to be his child. And it turns out that the child is not his. He also paid child support when they were divorced. You don't pay child support when you get married. So in my opinion, that's not his child. He is not responsible. The person who is the true father, which is the person who is there with her now, is the one that is responsible. Why is he not being held accountable for this? Why is not suddenly now the plaintiff the one that has to eat $18,000 paying for a child's, and that's not even his? Does anyone else agree with me on this one? Because I find this to be insane. I can't even fathom the fact that this is how the case went. So please guys, tell me if you agree with me, because I disagree wholeheartedly with this judgment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.